Welcome back, everybody. This is Ron, and I'm playing Vampyr, for the Dork Points Halloween special treat, special Let's Play.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness! I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Okay, so here we go. You were a crazed vampire, wandering the streets of London, the undead, and now you're a late-night doctor working at Pembroke Hospital, apparently. So, I played a little bit of this mission when I was doing the last Let's Play there. I didn't film that, but I'm going to make a decision here that is negative. And I don't know how evil I'm gonna play this, but I got a trophy for saving this guy.
Each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river. Try it all.
Yeah, try it all. So now, what I'm trying to say is now I want the trophy for not saving him. Yeah, I looked that up. So forgive me here,
come
people.
on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
I mean, maybe I'll play the whole game evil. We'll see.
Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
Oh.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Blood quality. How much XP you will... Okay. To drink the blood. Press L1 to mesmerize.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Okay, embrace or release. Here we go. So, yeah, I was looking at the trophies and stuff, and there is a total passive run, but it's a little late for me to do that version. Like I said, this was the only little part I played in between my 2 plays here, and then I kind of went back. Well, here we go. Let's just get this done with. I'll explain more later. Trophy earned.
You bastard!
Just take a
Didn't
bite.
have the guts to fuck me. Fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
The district will soon suffer the consequences of your actions. Ooh. Oh, I don't know. I guess I said I wanted to play it. evil. I guess we'll see. But yeah, that's the little bit I played during the last run that got cut out.
Such a burden, such a divine sin.
Thank you, evil guy. But yeah, so I went and looked up the trophies and stuff, and there's a passive run through, and I'm playing this on, like I said, the easiest level, story mode. Not easy, but story mode. Same thing. But, so there's no way to get the pacifist run through on story mode. So, I don't know how evil I want to play this, but we'll see. Hello, Doctor. So this,
Good evening, sir.
this episode's going to be a lot of talking, I think.
The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for
coronary.
you.
He calls
He
them
was
coronary.
also very confident
Coronary.
about your future. And look
Coronary
at you now.
bypasses.
Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
He's got a very Peter Cushing kind of essence about him.
What can you tell me about the
I
staff?
am skipping forward in some of the text
Some are
and talking
really good,
here,
and
just so you
others
know,
are
just to keep
not
this
so
going.
good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
I will try to keep most of it in, but when I'm getting bored, you know, just forgive me
Tell me more about cherished people.
if I start flying through some of the
Nurse
conversations
Brannigan is
here.
a pearl. She is the most helpful and
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine
I got-
practitioner.
Those hints open up more conversations that you
Any
can
opinion
have.
about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during...
Ah, yes, the burden of command.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
Okay. Personal questions? Nothing. Alright. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Come on, I don't have all night. Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I apologize, nurse.
Nurse Grumpy.
I needed some time to myself. This has been the longest and strangest night of my life.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that end should be of little concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse.
What does she mean by that?
What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
Alright. Questions?
I would like to ask a
for
few
Mrs.
questions
Crane?
first.
Nurse Cratchit? Who is Dr. Swansea? Isn't he the one who brought me here?
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Oh, maybe I haven't met him yet.
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you
Oh.
would have known about your employer.
Okay, no, that is the doctor who, Okay.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Oh. It's a Bit of an insult, eh?
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital.
Okay.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
I will try to keep this moving as much as I can, but again, you know, I've been told, I've heard that this game is about 60% story, which is why I thought it might be a good choice for a Let's Play. It's a little more cinematic than some, but we'll see. God, we'll see if I put any of this on
Good
the channel.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan.
Why are you looking away from me?
Pembroke Hospital.
Hi.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your
Look at
new
the way
blood
she's looking at
transfusion
me.
technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
It's like she knows I'm a vampire or something. Look at her. She's just like, stay away from me. Though she just kind of show me her neck, too. Where's the bite option? That's the one thing about this game, is supposedly
How
the
are
more
things?
evil you play it, the
Not
easier
good,
it
to
gets.
say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, though.
An invisible enemy. Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially.
Sorry, Doctor. These
Especially
last
for
few
a
weeks have
nurse.
been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippins. He should be a standard for us all here.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's...
Okay, so now I got a new hint to when I speak with him again.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
The text said his best. That's interesting. I think I did all this stuff. Okay. Going back.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Okay. Should talk to him next. There's a few more people wandering around. I thought I saw more folks.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Kind of sounds like the dude from IT Crowd, that actor, when he does like his tough guy impersonations. Where's the money in the satchel? Oh,
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything. and it's getting worse every day.
Language, people, language.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess.
Okay.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough.
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital. That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
New investigation. Okay. How do I... Oh, I can look at his blood quality. That's interesting. I wonder if I can just attack these people and eat them. Oh, I can trade
I'd
with
like
them.
to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Okay, I'll come back for this later when I really need it. So, anybody else here hanging around? Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. Enter the backyard garden. Can I toggle that mission? Oh, there it is. Okay. So that is... I'm heading the right way.
Dr. Swansea is right.
More people to
This
talk to
place
here,
seems
but
perfect to conduct my research.
maybe I should take care of the problem first.
That's Pembroke nowadays.
I'll talk to this gal.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
How would you describe this situation?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients.
Get
you
a grip.
must get a hold of yourself.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what?
That's a timely game.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins.
Sorry, Doctor.
Okay.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual.
Yeah, he is.
Especially concerning doctors.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned. Milton is not the chatty type.
He seems pretty
Why
chatty.
is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Okay. Did I do personal questions? Yeah, all hint required. Okay.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Goodbye. Should I talk to this person over here? Ooh, scary looking here.
Good evening, miss.
Jeez.
I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon.
What are you begging for, mortal?
You keep calling me mortal.
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel.
Okay.
Please, describe to me how you feel.
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins.
Okay.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cottage Syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Okay.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here.
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies.
Who are these enemies you mentioned?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
It'd be kind of nice if she turned out to actually be a vampire, wouldn't it? Oh, here's a... Oh.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal?
She played Harley Quinn in Birds of Prey. Come on.
Proof of my powers?
You know her.
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, it was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
I like how he's so dismissive, but he just got turned into a vampire, literally... I mean, how many hours ago? A couple? Oh, I guess with the save points, it's a couple of days, if you count that.
Good evening, sir.
I don't know if I want to keep talking to everybody or go check out that
fix my face.
problem in the back garden or whatever it
You
was.
can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon.
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
I gotta talk to everybody, I guess.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work.
The drugs don't work and the drugs don't work.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
It doesn't look that badly,
Who is
I've
treating
seen
you?
worse.
Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about.
He kind of looks like
Blame
a...
ya.
You don't seem worried by that.
My
Looks like a
face
burnt
hurts
David
so
Bowie.
much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Okay.
How close are you to Miss Hawcroft?
Ooh, vampire skills.
Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of my blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cottage Syndrome.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world.
Alright.
Where were you stationed, sir?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit. You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same wars.
That's an interesting comment. I like that.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Okay, let's get to the garden here, people. Oh wait.
There again.
Oh, this is the guy I brought in.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton.
Good lord, this
How
is a
do you
lot of
feel?
talking.
Dr. Reed, is it?
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory.
You remained perfectly nice and polite.
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief.
Okay.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent...
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood.
You dared to enter this awful place alone.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends.
Okay.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot.
Okay.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best.
Okay.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and...
Gangs?
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her
Uh-oh.
minion, Booth Digby.
Clay Cox, that was the guy I ate down in the
Has the gang
the
been
dock
threatening
there.
you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad
Uh-oh.
saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminal.
Okay. Well, how
Goodbye,
do I
Mr.
get...
Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Oh, did I do his personal questions? Sorry.
Hello again, Dr. Reed.
I'll talk about that later.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Okay, so how do I get to the garden?
It's locked, all right.
Damn. The pain.
Oh,
There again.
here we go. I think. There's something there. Small bottle. Okay, so there should be some infected out here somewhere. Which way am I going? Not that way. I think it's this way. Is it this way?
Scowl voices in the garden.
Oh,
I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
here we go. Got one. Okay. Oh god, there's a bunch of them. Oh, cool. Oh, find the lost wallet. There it is. Oh, he lost his wife. That's what it is.
So, Mr. Hooks and Nurse Hawkins are an item.
Oh, that's who that is. Okay.
Those two have hidden their affections well.
Or they just broke up. Okay. Oh, I gotta bring back the wallet. So things do kind of shine and sparkle in this game, kind of like Wolfenstein and BioShock and stuff. That's kind of nice. So there is an exploratory element. The further along you go.
I cannot enter.
Where does this go? Just quarantine notes. Can I go through that door? Oh, okay. Well, I'd like to explore more. There's a lot of openness to this here, but I feel like I should return the wallet first. Wow, what's the... What's the worst that could happen? I could die. Have to replay this whole section? Yeah, probably. Maybe I shouldn't go poking my nose too much around here. Let's see how big this... That's where I was. So I wonder how big this section really is. This is, well, it doesn't look that big before you cross the street anyway. Alright, let's explore a little bit. So many areas. Oh, this is what I love about new games. So many little areas to go and see. I love the... I don't know what you say. The art design or the... I don't know, the... Ooh. Districts... Okay, so this is a different district. I better stay out of here for now. Get that garbage can, though. I love the look and the feel of this game. It's too bad the animatics are so dated. Or the CG or the... You know... all that stuff in the conversations. But, a lovely game still. Okay, so I'm on the edges of the hospital here still, just walking around. I'll explore the edges. There's a dude over there to talk to. Looks like there's somebody in here. I love these little storefront looky-ins. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have killed that guy. Oh well. I wanted the trophy and I got the trophy, and I will pay for the trophy.
Thelma
But again,
Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
oh, that's interesting.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Okay.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing.
Okay.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing.
The sister that he ate at the beginning of the game.
She must be very relieved.
Yeah, she's very dead.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels.
Okay.
An interesting point of view.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others.
Okay.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks.
Okay. Okay. Let's trade.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Codeine? Where's my money? I'm 120. Enigmatic formula for $70. I should probably buy this stuff, but I'll
Never
wait.
ceases to amaze me how you, the dead, seem peaceful and lost at the same time.
How you, the
It's
dead?
locked.
Is he talking to me? I'm confused here.
It's locked, all right.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me...
Oh, that's my reflection. Jeez, okay. I have a reflection? Wait, hang on. Sorta. Interesting. What was I looking at here? Do they have... okay.
Never could keep...
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. You're...
I see.
Okay.
Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. Oh.
Sorry, I cut that off. He said something about getting his arm fixed.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed?
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility.
Okay.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter. And a good one, too.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best.
What do you mean?
Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to cruise over everything, but I'm trying to make this as timely as possible here. Or, as painless as possible.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I don't know how important all these characters are here.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Oh, this lady again. Nurse Cratchit.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Dorothy Crane. Sorry. There was another doctor standing... Oh, there he is. I thought I saw another doctor. Is it the same old dude?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Aykroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Aykroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swans's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
He's gonna dislike me, that's alright.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Aykroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same...
Okay.
Aren't you too old for such jealousy?
Don't be ridiculous, Dr. Reed. A simple glance is enough for me to know you have nothing for me to envy.
Ooh. Little nasty, little catty.
Is longer than mine. Perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation.
I don't intend to run any radical experiment.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Interesting.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a...
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but you...
And what exactly is that supposed to be?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern...
Be careful what you
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
Knowledge has always been and will remain our main weapon.
It is not a question of initiative. It is a question of integrity.
Nah.
It seems you have bad memory.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Aykroyd.
He's gonna turn out to be my buddy.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what kind of game this is. We'll see. Okay, anybody else to talk to? Oh my good God, yes there is. More people.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but...
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland. Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true. I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
Okay.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed.
Well, we got that vibe.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired...
I love you too.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to...
Okay.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me.
See, this is the guy who seems like he's your buddy, but it's going to turn out he's doing a bunch of crazy stuff.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
Call me on all this stuff, by the way.
You seem quite optimistic.
We'll see what happens.
It's a rare.
Feel free to call me on it. I mean, don't call me, but
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True, for science.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of...
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop...
Well, I see.
Okay.
Well, give me the address, for
another
I may
errand
pass
here
by if I have time. You seem quite optimistic.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a...
Questions remain.
True, true.
Alright.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him? Or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings.
That damn
Tell me
Ackroyd.
Mr. Fiddick's story.
Damn
My
Ackroyd.
first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why?
Because he is a proud father.
Okay. Okay, let's go get
Goodbye,
your
Dr.
medical supplies. And then I should probably find my office. Is there any more of the 8 mil? I mean, there's a lot of people in this facility. It's really quite, it's amazing. I haven't even gone up the stairs yet. I think I talked to everybody here now, though. Alright, let's look at the map and do our little... Where's the errand here? Errand. Okay, welcome back again. The game crashed on me. I don't know if you can see that part. And I don't know where my save left me. Hopefully I didn't lose too much. And you got your wallet back.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Okay, good.
Goodbye, Milton.
So, we are back in the menu section. I gotta bring up... How did I find that? Oh yeah. So that mission is done. What is this mission over here? Find out who is spying on Thelma. Interesting. Okay, let's go to the pharmacy. Oh. Is this a new safe house or an old one? This is new. Cool.
It's locked, all right.
Well, wait, what?
It's locked.
Okay, I guess I can't go to that safe house at this time. There's a dude up here with a flame looking very much like Bloodborne.
Look lively! It's on to us!
Oh, no, I don't want to hurt you. Okay. Okay, how far do I have to go? Oh, it's still quite a ways. I'll just ignore those guys and keep going here. Ah, crap, there's more dudes there. Can I go around them? No. Excuse me.
Vicious bugger!
Okay, how did they know I'm a vampire and no one else does? I'm just walking up on them. Okay, pharmacy. Ooh, what is that sound? Oh crap. All together now. Oh, shit. Damn. Oh, these are vampires. Oh, shit. I'm almost dead. Shit. I gotta feed. Ah, no, what the fuck? Okay, feed. There we go. Shit. Okay, maybe I should not have ventured out into this area. Let's see where they drop me off at. You have been defeated. Yeah, there's not many loading screens, but when there are, holy crap. They are long. Look at this. 1 banana, 2 bloodborne, 3 banana, 4 bloodborne, 5 banana, bloodborne. See, it heard me saying that. It was like, uh-oh. I better catch up. Okay. Poplar Falborg. Oh, I'm still fighting this guy? Son of a biscuit. How do I switch to my other weapons? Hang on. I want my gun. Okay, how do I equip that? There we go. Okay, gun is equipped, and it is triangle. Oh, God. Come on. Jesus. There we go. Got him. Gosh. Dr. Strickland's list. Okay.
Opium is one of the main ingredients of Strickland's medication. Never a good move.
See, I knew it. I knew Strickland was bad news. Damn it, Strickland! So that's it, right? Yeah. So now I just head back to the hospital. Can I fast travel there? There we go.
Good evening, Dr.
I thought the game was going to
Good
crash on
evening
me
to you,
again.
Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
I located the shop, but it was vandalized, and the owner is missing. All I found was your order.
I was afraid of such bad news. People are so desperate they're ready to burgle a shop for drugs.
That's quite a list you ordered. Opium, sodium hypochlorite. It can't be just headaches you're trying to cure.
This dreadful influenza, of course. I already ran some tests on hopeless cases. Without success, I must admit.
Do you realize you could create a lethal poison without the correct dosage? Then there are the legal ramifications.
Is this not true of any medical substance, Dr. Reed? However, if you would agree to improve it, I'd be glad to accept your help.
As long as you promise to be scrupulous with your experiments, I may try to gather these substances, and even help improve upon the mixture.
That's all I'm asking for, Dr. Reed. That's all I'm asking.
About these secret tests you run.
Okay.
And if they can save people from this epidemic. Speak to me.
I know I may sound presumptuous, but I'm just following your steps.
Self-confidence is essential in art.
But you never doubt yourself, Dr. Reed. I've read all your articles and books. You performed the most daring research during the war.
You have my support, Dr. Strickland. I know exactly what it feels like to battle an unknown disease, with only your mind and force of will to help you.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. You don't know what that means to me.
Okay, so there we go. That might be a problem later.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Now, should we do...
I can't let Strickland put his patients at risk with opium. Perhaps an adjusted formula will deliver more of a placebo effect.
There you go. Gather the ingredients and formulate the medication. Okay, so then now this becomes another mission in my book. Okay, missing ingredients. Gather the ingredients and formulate the medication. 1 unit of sodium, 1 unit of potassium, 6 units of ferrous. To your medical desk. Okay, I wonder if I already have them, because it just says bring them to my desk. That's interesting. Here we go to the office. I don't know if there's anybody else to talk to. I don't see anybody else. I don't want to talk to anybody else, honestly.
I cannot enter.
Oh, here we go.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin. Strickland's project could be dangerous. I have a mind to report him to Dr. Ackroyd.
Oh, okay, so I made the ingredients. I think that's just what happened there. Whew, okay, so do I bring the medication to Thoreau, or do I report Thoreau to Ackroyd? Okay, let's finish that quest, because we went all through that trouble. So let's finish the quest and see what happens. Article on econs? no idea what that is. Okay. So, this will be the last thing we do, I promise. We're gonna go back down and see what happens. I presume it's more of a long-term effect. Unless we tell Ackroyd, then that'll probably be very dramatic. But I think we'll just give the ingredients to him and see if he turns out to be a irresponsible bad guy or a good guy.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
I mean, we know
good
the
evening
answer
to you,
already,
Dr.
but...
Reed. Can I be of any help?
Alright, here we go. I guess I said I was playing the evil, so...
I have managed to improve the mixture by diluting it. Have you ever heard of Sir Joseph Francis Olive? Or the placebo effect?
No, I don't think so. Why?
A placebo is a substance or procedure that has no actual physical effect.
You made a placebo of my project. Why?
Research has established that a placebo, as long as the subject believes in the effect, can provoke a positive physiological reaction.
Really? That's fascinating. And you want me to, what, administer the placebo and see what occurs?
Something like that, yes.
Well, I'm a bit surprised, but I trust you, Dr. Reed. Please take the key to my cabinet and put this placebo there for future use.
Alright. So...
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Here we go.
It's locked, all right. It's locked.
Okay. Mr. Goswick's medical file. Ooh. Okay. Oh, I haven't met that guy yet.
It's locked, all right. At least Strickland can't kill anyone with this formula.
Okay. There we go. I believe that is mission complete on that one. Let's just double check. Yep, mission complete. And I could not find out who is spying on Thelma, so leave that for our next playthrough. So yeah, there we go. That's pretty much it, I think, for now. I'm gonna lay this vampire down to bed, and then that'll be it. So, yeah, dork points earned for now. Thank you guys for watching. Now sleep.
I'm sorry you ended up on my plain and cold medical bench, sir. I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
I cannot enter.
He's talking to the body.